In this video, traders, I'm going to ask the question, as a retail trader, how can we become detached from the outcome of trading? Hey traders, a warm welcome to you. So, as a retail trader, how can you detach yourself from the outcome? Listen, as traders, guys, we don't want to be emotionally attached to the outcome of each trade, right? The last thing we want is to have our emotions swung from high to low, depending on the P&L of the trade. And you know, and I know, guys, I've been through phases where that's happened. I know that's not the best thing for my trading. Generally, it's when you're in a poor phase of your trading career, you need to come out of it. You can't be attached to each trade. But as I put here, you need both, because you don't want to be attached to the trade. You need to be detached from each individual trade, but you need to be attached, for one better word, and focused on the market, attached to the market. So what does this mean, and how do we do it? First of all, take your ego out of the equation. We talked about ego before. If you've subscribed to the channel, appreciate your support. Thank you very much. You may well have seen a video talk about ego in trading. It's a killer. It's a killer. I've seen guys who have got massive egos and they have been absolutely beaten by the market for serious position size, serious account size as well. So you need to eliminate your ego from the market. You have to look at trades on a longer time cycle. Dial down your position size. You're not going to be attached to a trade that's not very high. If it's £1 a point and you've got 100 million quid in your account, no. All right, that's extreme, but you get the point. You need to have the position size so the trade is meaningless in the whole aspect of it, whether that's day trade or swing trade, and build up to the point, exercise the muscles where you're not attached to the trade. And so then when you increase the size, you feel a little bit more indifferent to it. Because if you're attached to the trade as well, it was also a signal that you don't trust the process. You don't trust the process. You don't trust the strategy that you've got. Because if you did, you would be comfortable and say, well, you know what? If I lose this and the next, it doesn't matter. It doesn't hit me financially. It won't damage my strategy because I know that over time. So you have to work on proving the strategy. Small size, keep going, keep reiterating the strategy, but go look what you've done before, go forward test, back test, whichever way you want to do, both preferably in a way, so you feel confident. You know that actually it doesn't matter. I don't need to feel attached to it because it doesn't matter. That's what the small size will do. That's what the power of learning the strategy will do. But being focused and attached to the market. So if you do need to feel like I need to be on something, focus on the market. Focus on doing the right job in the market. Focus on the process. Attach yourself to the process and detach yourself from the outcome. If you look at any of the greats, athletes is a great example. If you read some of the books from the top athletes, basketball players, football players, whatever, they don't attach themselves to the outcome of the game. Of course, they get frustrated if they lose a big game and sad, but they don't go in there with that. They go in there knowing, hey, I've been doing the drills, I've been doing the skills, I've been doing whatever. The process is what I've attached myself to, so that is all I can do. I just play my best. The team can play as one, as we've been coached to do, as we've been training to do, and the outcome will be what it will be. Yes, it's slightly different, of course, when it's a big game. There's an awful lot on the line. But if these guys can do it at the high level, then we can do it. We can make it small stakes. And just like the big guys who are playing friendlies, as opposed to World Cups, the detachment is different. They're not attached to it. So dial down the size, dial down the impact that each individual trade will have on your account and your emotions, and you become less detached. Listen, you don't want to become blasé, because if you become blasé, you're not even looking. That's the trouble with demo accounts and paper accounts. You don't care. But at some point, there's a sweet spot. Find that sweet spot and then just say, hey, I trust my system, I trust my strategy. If you don't, you've got to put some work into that. That's how you help yourself detach. The money doesn't matter on this. It's such a small amount compared to the amount of trades I'm going to do. Now I can feel relaxed. Now I can just take it without any fear or concern about whether it's going to be a win or loss. Because honestly, guys, if you fall into the trap of being detached to each individual trade, you're on a road to ruin. It's just the way it is, because you'll feel so much pressure for the next trade. That's a winner, great. The next pressure, the next trade, pressure. You won't be able to stomach drawdown. You'll never be able to experience big growth without feeling elated. You have to nail this before you can push on. So try that. Reduce your position size. Make sure you feel confident in your trading strategy. And if you don't, go back and do those two things so you feel more comfortable in the strategy, you've got a low position size, and then move forward from that. And that hopefully should eliminate any feeling of attachment to each individual trade. Whatever you do, guys, take care, keep your risk managed. Bye-bye.